All right, so with COVID-19 vaccinations coming out frequently, more and more people are obviously getting vaccinated. The number one side effect that we're currently hearing about is arm soreness. So the question's been asked, what can I do to make my arm not hurt so much after an injection? Well, it really comes down to understanding why it's hurting, and typically it's just inflammation. So we get inflammation not only from getting poked in the arm by the needle, but also it's a reaction from the medication, the vaccination itself. So we want to fight that inflammation. We want to look at signs and symptoms of inflammation. Can typically be redness. It might feel a little bit warm. You might feel a little lump or some tightness under the arm. And obviously it'll be real tender to the touch, or general soreness, right? So what are our options? Well, one, we can wait it out. Typically the symptoms will subside within 2 to 3 days. Sometimes soreness or the inflammation can last up to 2 weeks, so don't be alarmed if it does last up to 2 weeks. What you want to watch out for are signs and symptoms of an infection. So if there's any pussing that's coming out of the area, or significant color change, or systemic changes such as running a high fever, significant malaise or fatigue, stuff like that, you might want to contact your doctor and ask about that. But typically the soreness will go away in 2 to 3 days or 2 weeks. Another option is, well, we want to fight the inflammation with a cold pack. We can put a cold pack on there immediately after the injection, put it on there for about 15 minutes, take it off for 15 minutes, then put it back on for another 15 minutes. And then you can do that same on, off, on cycle for 2 times a day until it feels a whole lot better. After the first couple of days, if it's still really sore and tight in there, you can switch from cold to heat, and that might help to loosen it up. Another option is to use a corticosteroid cream. So corticosteroid is an anti-inflammatory, so we can fight the inflammation with corticosteroid. You can also take NSAIDs or over-the-counter ibuprofen, Aleve, Advil. That might help. Just take it as recommended. The last thing we can do is get the fluid pumping in the arm. So it's basically just moving the arm, moving the shoulder, do some really light exercise activities, or just use soft massage just to kind of push some of that stuff and get the fluid flowing in there, right? No pun intended. All right, stay safe, guys.